Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Rimworld Beta 18. So, what are we going to be doing today? Well, first things first, we've got a little bit of admin to do. Billy is now actually going to be our vampire's manservant, and somebody did the great job of finding out who the name of this individual was. It's Renfield. So he's going to be our manservant in our colony. Since he's the only person who's not a night owl, he'll be up when the rest of our vampires are asleep, so that's going to be fun. Alright. Boy, that was good. Alright, we actually got raided previously as well, so we've got quite a fair few corpses. I'm just going to make sure that's hauled urgently. So I want to make sure that we've actually got it in there and not freezing. Speaking of things that are freezing, we're actually in winter right now, so we're actually just purely wasting power by having these coolers on. We actually need the heaters to potentially take us to the temperature we want to go to. So even this one can come off. I'll leave the fridge on because you never know when you get these random heat waves. I'm going to leave that one on because we can. Right, okay, so we've got a few things to do. I believe we had some repairing to be done, but I think in the time that I've been talking, that's already been finished. So, what I want to do instead then is actually give people some chairs to sit on, because it allows them to get comfort whenever they do their work. So we'll put it there and there. Ooh, cargo pods full of pigskin. I'll take it as a purely... You're not going to be able to walk through there because you've already made the blueprint. That's annoying. As a purely sellable material. Ooh! Forbid. Haul urgently. There we go. People can go through this this little gap now. Should be great. And I should probably make some orders to chop the trees down at the back here because it's taken them quite some time to actually get that way. Which, I mean, we could use it as a strategic advantage in the event of a raid, I suppose. Leaving them there slows everybody down, but I think if they're going to be doing this, they're probably just going to mine through the wall anyway. So it won't really be slowing them down all that much, but it is currently slowing us down, so I want to make sure that if we want to, like, repair from the other side, we can do that. Okay, so the quality of those wooden chairs, I think, is set to normal. We'll see. Whatever happens. Alright, we can unforbid that wall now, and then if we've got that done, that means our entire wall is finished, and we're ready to build all of our deadfall traps, which is going to be pretty sweet. Deadfall traps are notoriously awesome against tribespeople who are very melee focused, but also manhunter packs of animals as well. It works better though if we can get ourselves a wall around here that stops people from getting in. So, with that in mind, we want to... I think this is marble? Is this marble? It is. Alright. We want to actually build ourselves a little cover spot back here. And give me... Not the sandstone. We'll make a marble door. Like so. So we can get in. And we're going to have to deconstruct these now. Now that we've actually got ourselves our kill box kind of set up, I don't want this here because if you've noticed, with this kind of wall setup, it's great for defense, but it's really bad for shooting back out into the enemy firing line. So having them all front and focused just means that we're going to be able to get the shots that we want, have good defense, but there's nobody who's going to be able to stand here and shoot up here, for example, so... Delete those, replace them with walls, and then we'll essentially roof this off. And if you roof this off, then the shadows actually provide a cover bonus for our colonists. So anybody shooting into us is actually going to have a debuff on accuracy. I don't think it's a great debuff, but, you know, it's a debuff all the same. Okay, so we want to actually start clearing this place out. Let's chop some of these down. That's going to get chopped down anyway. And I think that's good. How's Leslie doing? Oh, Leslie's got rid of the wake-up addiction. Yes! Now we've got ourselves a purely awesome cannibal. Wonderful. Alucard has got a shooting frenzy buff. Okay. If that's the case, then I'm going to get Alucard with his one skill to be our hunter. And I'm going to tell him to hunt these gazelles. And hopefully they don't go manhunter on us. Because we might as well use his current buff and skills to actually get ourselves a good amount of food while we still can. It's 2 degrees outside, so we are pretty much out of that horrible cold weather. Got ourselves a good dining chair. I feel like moving some of the stuff around in our kitchen area because I don't like the idea of blocking off pathways. I know it really does make a great deal of difference all the same, but I just don't like it as a thing. So we could reinstall this there, which allows a path to go through. It's slightly more inefficient, I'm aware, but it's just one of those things. I can't help myself. I need to have like a clear path going through places. Just makes me feel happier. So that's going to be reinstalled there. This is going to be reinstalled. No, not there. Right there. So we have a path that goes through here. But then again, no, this doesn't work. I might just leave it. Whatever. It's not actually important. It's just one of those little things. Little OCD. As it were. Raw cannibalism. They seem to prefer eating raw human meat over actually cooking it. Which is fair enough, I suppose. But it does go through the meat a lot quicker than I'd hoped. I did kind of want them to supplement it with veg so that it'd go a lot further. But our colonists are not interested in rationing, so, you know, can't stop them. And if you can't beat them, join them. Alright, we want, in our zones, we want a build roof area to go like so. Fill that area with a roof. Now we've got a shaded area for us to shoot into. Vlad is also getting involved with Alucard. Alucard is still terrible, but I'm also taking this opportunity with his shooting frenzy to actually get his shooting a little bit better. Since he's so awful, it just benefits us in the long run to actually have him get better at shooting. And why not do it when it's efficient? That gun. I hate that gun sound. As soon as I can give you a better weapon, I will. We've got shotguns, I suppose. Is a shotgun better? I feel like the range that we've got to fire down is not. But there you go. Apparently we're damaging our own walls hunting as well. Renfield's being attacked by a fox. No, Renfield. How do we manage to get a fox in our base? Alright, everybody except for Renfield, who's currently occupied, come out here and shoot. I'm going to actually manually move the impaler because I expect this fox to actually... Oh no, it's beelining it for Alucard. Run, Alucard. Alright, Renfield, come out this way. And you guys stand out here. The fox should... Yeah, come this way. Alucard, you can come down now. Beautiful. Oh yeah, dealt with that as best we could. Just some scratches in the end. That's fine. Herbal meds if we've got them, I guess. I don't think we do. I don't think there's any... Oh, there's 96% ready to harvest. So you can harvest that. Give him one of those, I suppose. I just don't feel like giving him proper medicine for that kind of injury. We could get ourselves a hospital as well. I've not decided how wide I want this to be just yet. But the correct thing to do would be to put a hospital just outside your kill box. So what I'm going to do instead is have a hospital out this way instead. This is going to be our hospital room. Let's have wooden doors on either side so we can access it from both sides, in fact. Little center one as well. It's great. Symmetry and all that. And then this is going to have some wooden beds. Eventually they will be hospital beds. But for now this will do. Because we could do with a hospital. We could also do with a prison as well. So I might actually think about doing that. Oh, do we need... Yeah, we're going to need a new bedroom as well. So we're going to need to rethink where our bedrooms are going to go for the next set. Which they might just go up here and surround our stockpile. Then again, I kind of wanted this to be production focused around here. So maybe this is like the residential area. And we'll put the prison area like here maybe. So like... Oh, we didn't want this to be marble, we wanted this to be sandstone. Eh, well. We'll make the next one sandstone. So, let's have our prison room. Is that good enough? I think that's good enough. There's a nice prison room. Being a prison room, it's going to need a hefty door. Gonna put the door... Which side do we want to put it on? I guess this side. I'm just wondering whether or not we've got... What space have we got to work with over here? Because I kind of want 2 wide gaps between everything, because if our colony gets bigger, we'll want to be messing with that. So, I mean, that's a decent structure size right there. Oops. Eh. That's not too bad as a production room structure. I just don't like the fact that it's hanging off here. But then again, this is like rich soil and I don't want to consume this. In fact, we've already kind of done that with this production room here. So it's something to be aware of. But yeah, like I'm not actually going to be building this bit here. But this prison room, by all means. Yeah, let's get those orders done. So we've got our hospital and our prison rooms set up. And this is going to be pretty much the most beautiful room in our colony. Just so it makes it easier for us to recruit people. As far as our base expansions are concerned, I guess we could expand outwards and up. Like so. That wouldn't be too bad at all. We'll have to think about how we're going to go about that, because we do need to doubly thicken up the walls at some point, because it just really helps against sappers. So we'll have to consider that. Okay. Some good quality beds. And this is going to be medical. As is that. I'm really glad that these are all decent quality beds. Because this room's actually going to be quite impressive, in theory. Have you actually not been... Nobody actually did any kind of thing on you? Well, it's alright. It's pretty much gone already anyway, so... Hopefully he doesn't get an infection. We've literally just let him bleed for most of the day, but he's our manservant, so... We don't care for his well-being. So that's his job, to care for ours. Okay, how's our steel? 586. I think we can afford a couple more deadfall traps. So let's get some around there. Let's take these corners here. We might get some people running along here, so let's get some traps there. We want to block off this area here. Have one there. Have them put some deadfall traps here. I'm probably going to mine this out and straighten it up eventually, but I mean these deadfall traps can stay exactly where they are anyway, because they can just be those random traps that people hit as they go. So we'll make an order for that. And we've got 1,300 silver. It's going to cost a lot, but we can make sterile tiles in our hospital, which we shall be doing. And I think after we've finished off all of these rooms here, I'm going to set a flagstone tile order, I think, to path our way through. Just so that we can more efficiently move around. And this is going to need a bed as well, so let's build a copy. Give you a single bed. Actually, we'll build 2 singles, just in case we have more than one person. And I want these to be excellent quality, at least. I think we've got time and the resources to make that happen. I don't think there's any reason why we shouldn't strive for that. I'm going to take Alucard off of hunting. I'm sure the order for that has actually worn down. So Leslie's 16 construction. I'm going to bump Bon Jovi down, I think. So he's done hauling and plant cutting. It just means that Leslie's more likely to do the quality building. And I don't have to encourage him to do it myself. What are we researching at the moment? Machining, that's right. Because we want to get microelectronics basics. From there we can upgrade our research, and at the same time we can work our way towards gun turrets, because if we get here, we get our upgraded research bench, everything gets researched quicker, and then we've got these 2 to get before we get gun turrets. And I really do want to get to gun turrets as quickly as possible, because the sooner you do that, the more likely this colony is going to survive. Let's go and double click all that and then set auto rearm for our deadfall traps. Want to make sure that people rearm those whenever they are needed. Okay. And we're going to need an order as well to chop down the trees in this area as well. So we can't be having these. There we go. And I think Bon Jovi's the person who's going to be going to do that. Yeah. He does plant cutting over anything else, so we can harvest that wild heal root while we're at it. This should be finished as well, right? No, it's actually stopped growing. Good to know. We could do with actually setting a field for heal root. It won't grow and people won't try to grow it, I don't think, just because of the temperature. But I'm going to get one here. Drago tree. Oh, interesting. I'm going to get one here so that when it is warm enough that people will actually start to get involved and sort that out. I kind of need one more bed in there. And make sure this one's good quality or better. Okay. So we've practically got all of the buildings sorted. So I think it's about time to make an order for some flagstone. Am I going to make it out of sandstone, or am I going to make it out of another material? I could do like slate as the flooring. Makes good use of the materials that we've got at hand that we're not using for anything else. So if I go make slate blocks, let's say take to the best stockpile, we'll do a do until you have order of... We'll maintain 100. That seems reasonable. And unpause at 20. Okay. Are we actually stone cutting right now? I'm going to bump slate up temporarily because we don't actually need the marble, but if I want to build these floors, then I'm going to get the slate done. And there's lots of slate chunks around the area as well, so Alucard doesn't have to move too far to get those. Okay. Door is just about finished. There we go. Wonderful. And Leslie fails and fails. He's going to fail quite a lot on that one, to be honest. Excellent is kind of hard to achieve, so that's fine. Alucard's shoot frenzy's over. Did Alucard get a level in shooting? He did not. 1,879 out of 2,000. He got pretty close. So we've got our solar flare. It's going to knock out all of our power. Fortunately, the only power that we need to maintain, really, as an urgent thing, is our fridge. And it's already -4 outside, so it's not going to take us too long at all. Leslie, you got nothing to do, eh? Were you not our constructor? You were. We've got 795 of that. So I don't know why you're idle. You got things to do. Okay. I want to go into flooring, and we want to get some slate flagstone. And for now, just as a quick plan, I'm just going to do single tiles around the area, because that's just going to increase our movement speed, but I'll eventually double it up to make sure that we can have a nice looking base. But we want something like that. Coming down there. Oops, we do not want the ones in the room. So that pretty much gets us to everywhere at the map quick enough. I don't think there's anywhere else that we'd want to put a path just yet. So we'll set that. And once I've done that, we'll doubly thicken up all of these flagstone tiles and start working on that. We probably want to get sterile tiles in our hospital room as well. But for now, this should do just fine. What do people think of that room? It's awful, but it is very dirty. That is perfectly acceptable. Also, speaking of very dirty, we need to expand the cleaning zone. So the cleaning zone is now going to be all of this, actually. All of that. We'll put it in there because they'll be stood there on occasion. It's going to be that. All of this. And I think that's fine. Yeah, that'll do for now. Okay, so our movement speed goes from 87% all the way up to 100%. So nothing is slowing our colonists down except for any negative traits they may possess at this stage, which is good. And it's just going to mean that we move around a lot faster and are overall more efficient. So even our slate production in this particular case is going to go a lot faster because there'll be pathways to go outside the base to grab the chunks that we need, which is pretty sweet. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end off the episode here. I do hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you have, then be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little bell icon right next to the subscription button, and that'll give you notifications when I release new videos. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.